What up, guys? This is Coda. That's James. Welcome to episode, what is this, 5?
Episode
Clinch
5.
Conver. Yeah, episode
Episode
5 of Clinch
5.
Conversations. Happy to be talking to today. I can almost just fucking slur my words. I swear I ain't been drinking. UFC Vegas 113. Been a banger card, man, start to finish. How did the women outperform Jalta and Almeida? That's the question I got to start right out the bat. I mean, Caitlin Souza had more attack output than Jelton Almeida did, man. I mean, that's just terrible, dude. It's awful.
Yeah, it was a banger of a card. Early prelims were most of them were all pretty sick. It turned out to be exactly what we thought it was going to be. It was just going to be a lot of these people going into it facing a lot of decisions in their past, and it was just a bunch of bangers. It was a really good card. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I was, we were talking about we were expecting the decisions. I didn't expect the decisions to be such good fights, man. I mean, it felt like even I don't really care about Zombie Girl anytime she fights, but that Claudia Segulo girl, they had a good fight. That honestly could have went either way. And then they went right into, who was the fighter that Wicklack and fucking Gaffarov. Banger of a fight. I mean, I felt like Wicklack just sat there and had 2 dominant rounds and then was getting 10-8 in the third round, just letting him kick the shit out of him. And I thought it was going to go to a draw, and he just pulls that sub out of his ass, man. I mean, that was crazy, dude. That just felt like that kid was a star. Not a star, but a good prospect coming up after he beat Patchy. So that was
Yeah,
pretty cool.
first jump off the couch moment of the night. 1 second left. Guy taps. Nobody knows what's going on. The round's ended. The round is, the fight's over. Was he finished? And then we came to the conclusion that Wicklax got that sub, man. My first buzzer beater submission I've ever seen. And the way to kick the night off, man, that was pretty sick. I really enjoyed
You said
that.
last week, too, you said that you had a feeling there was going to be like a last-second sub or KO or something at the end of the fight, and you fucking called that shit. Very second fight, it shit happened. So that was pretty fucking cool. And then I can't remember who we went into right after that, but it was, I want to say, let's see real quick.
Was it
Yeah.
Wayne?
Yeah, Ed Wardamora and Wayne Kong came out. I mean, dude, the whole prelim card was fucking insane. But Ed Wardamora, who's had a year off, came in, gave Wayne Kong a really good fight that she really kind of was winning until that last round. You know, it was 1-1. I felt like she won the first minute of that third round, just gassed and got the crap kicked out of her. But that was one of the more entertaining women's fights I've watched in a long time. Not that the women's fights aren't entertaining, but that one was really entertaining, way more entertaining than Thug Rose and Caitlin, fucking whatever her name was, or Natalia Silva, sorry.
Yeah, Natalia Silva.
Almost called her Caitlin fucking Silva.
Yeah, that was a sick fight. I really did notice, when Wang first came into the UFC, like she had this hell of a promotion going on, the Joker, and then she ended up losing that debut. Since then, I mean, she's a super skilled fighter, and I noticed the power that she carries, even late into that third. When she had her up against the fence, her back was up against the fence, and she was just throwing shots to the head, kind of still in that grappling phase with her while they're about to get up. And I just noticed, I mean, she was rocking her shit. And I'm like, dang, dude, this girl's got some serious power. And going into the third, too, I mean, she really just gets everything coming together. I mean, she's a force. She's a force.
Yeah. It seemed like she really rallied all of her cardio that she had left into that last 2.5 minute stretch when she had the back of Mora on there. And dude, the fucking shots were intense, dude. I had her by KO or points, and she tried to go for sub twice, and I was like, "You bitch, no, knock her out or just wait." And then I found myself cheering for Mora because I'm like, "Oh, she's not gonna KO Mora, so let's just do a decision." And I still, man, even though she had such a dominant third round, we never know with the judges anymore. The fuckery we have. I was glad to see they raised her hand, dude. It was a hell of a fucking fight for her, man. I was like, dude. I mean, I was sitting there with my dad who just got out of jail. He ain't watched UFC in like fucking probably like 6 years. And he's like, God, these bitches look manly and they hit hard. I'm like, dude, you don't even know, bro. I'm like, you have no fucking idea, dude.
Yeah.
And then the big thing for me, the dude we were talking about fighting Javid Basharat, Gianni Vasquez came out. He made an instant fan out of me, dude. I mean, almost finishing a Basharat brother on 4 or 5 days notice. I mean, holy shit, that dude. And once he hurt Basharat was really scared to get back into the pocket and bang. He just want to take him down and ride it out till the fight ended. Getting knocked out by Ricky Simon, I don't think is terrible. He's got power in his hands. Then getting hurt by Gianni Vasquez, who they were really promoting, this dude. And he came in like 4 or 5 pounds overweight because it's 4 or 5 days notice. I really didn't think it was that bad that he got rocked. I mean, I thought it made the fight really entertaining. And I mean, it really seemed like after the Wicklax fight, that every fight just kept climbing up a notch in terms of competition. Like everybody was just giving it their all, man. So I was genuinely surprised to see that they cut Basharat, dude. I was like, what the hell? You
Definitely
know?
seen an uptick in aggression since they've announced that, like every fight, if you get a finish, you can get that 25K,
Oh yeah.
25K for an up and coming fight, 25K for anybody can be life changing amount of money.
Oh yeah.
I think it's really like, it's changed the landscape of how people are going into these fights now. And I think it's great for the sport.
Me too.
Um,
Me too.
yeah, you got people that don't typically finish people in there trying to finish people
Oh
and
yeah.
get that dub, get that money. So
Yeah. I would hell, I'd hop out of the crowd and try and finish somebody for 25K. Shit.
yeah,
That fucking
absolutely.
happen. They pay my insurance in the hospital. We're good. I'll hop in that fucking octagon, dude. I'll take that fucking ass whooping shit. Throw up a fucking bullshit omoplata for out of my ass. See what happens.
I
But
listen.
yeah.
I said on Twitter, I was like, Dana White gives me $12,000. I'll get in the octagon with Jaldan Ahmed. I'll kick him straight in the balls and then finish with a thunderous uppercut, just
Yeah, man.
for the people, for the
Just
people.
for the love of the game, bro. Just for the love of the game, dude. Just to do it, man.
Glad that we
Everybody
got
hates
that guy
Charlton.
out of there.
I was surprised they cut him because don't get me wrong, it's a shit performance, but I knew the shit performance was coming. I told everybody, man. We talked about we were on it last time. That dude gave Curtis Blades one of the most recent hardest fights he's had in a long time where he didn't get finished. Got finished by Aspinall, got finished by Sergey, and that dude came in there and really, I think, beat Curtis Blades. And I think having that loss just made him more pissed off. And he's seen a guy that's not proficient at all in the feet and now meet him. He's like, yeah, we're gonna hold him against the cage, keep him from trying to sub, keep him from trying to wrestle. We're just gonna have a boring win because last time I went all out and they didn't give me shit. So now I gotta be dominant and fucking hold this dude up against the cage. But I don't know. I mean, I ain't mad that he got cut, but I don't know that he deserved it too. Heavyweight is so bare bones right now. Fucking who knows?
You know. Then we had Nico
Nico
Price,
Price.
man.
Yep.
Nico Price.
You
I
fooled
feel
me with the
bad,
Nico Price hype, man. You fooled me with the Nico
man.
Price hype, man.
What
Veritnikov, dude. That
you never
motherfucker
know.
didn't even miss a beat, bro. He didn't miss a beat, dog. He came in and fucking. I mean, Nico was protesting the stoppage. I was like, dude,
Now he was dead.
you can't possibly think that you were in that, man. Like he could have threw a knee up to your shit and would have shattered your nostril.
Yeah, yeah. Nico, it's probably time to start thinking about retiring. I mean,
I
because
think so.
it's getting finished every other fight.
I
It's
didn't know he was
just
coming off the couch for this one. I thought he was still in fight camp. I heard afterwards, as he was walking out, that he came off the couch for this one. I was like, oh fuck! It's like there goes my
if anybody
money.
doesn't need to jump off the couch and go fight another assassin, it's probably Nico Price at his age. And
Yeah,
yeah, I think it's time to hang. I think it's time to hang him up. Nico Price is a fun fighter, but there's no reason to just go in there and get yourself killed like that. Getting
yeah,
older, these new guys, they're
yeah.
getting better and better and better at a younger age. It's hard to keep up.
And Varenikov came in with a chip on his shoulder too, man, because the last 2 or 3 fights he's had in the UFC, he's wanted to get a finish win or a dominant win, and he hasn't had that. All 3 fights have been very up in the air. So he came out, was like, dude, I'm gonna fuck this dude's world up. But you know who didn't let me down, and I knew wouldn't let me down, is fucking Alex Morono, man. That guy, dude. I mean, he
Dog.
let my pockets down, but I still hit off a Donchenko by points. I mean, that dude's chin needs to be studied, bro. I mean, honestly, you could have said the ref could have stopped it in round one. I would have been mad about it, but the fact that he didn't and Morono still had such a good fight just shows that the refs know better than we do at the end of the day. And I thought that was a great fight, man. I mean, Daniil really fucking shit his gas tank after trying to finish him, and so that's a big question mark for me on Daniil. It seemed like after that, and he was very willing to get touched up by Morono in them second and third rounds. Like he was eating a lot of jabs and a lot of hooks from Morono, and then he would just be like, just blow his little fucking braid out of his face and just come right back, fucking closed stance, not really having too much aggression, moving left or right, or he just moved forward for the most part. But I thought that was a really fun fight to watch. That was actually really, really fun for me. I was outside smoking, watching that, and I was like, damn,
Yeah, yeah. Morono is a dog. Morono is
fucking
a
love that
dog.
guy.
He took a hell of a beating that night.
The Great
Okay.
White.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I would like to see Morono is a little bit different of an example than Nico Price. You know, both
Mm-hmm.
veterans, but Morono is still in there. He's still in there taking punches well, not getting.
Training too.
Yeah, yeah, and he's that's a guy that can have another 2-3 fights in the octagon probably like
Yeah, and the
still
thing
be
is,
still
he
be
had a year
safe.
layoff too. He had a year
Yeah.
layoff before that fight too. So that was coming off of not fighting for a year. You know, I thought it was funny, man. I seen a meme, and it was somebody putting John Jones smiling, and it said Daniil Donchenko when he seen that fucking knee brace on Alex Morono's knee, because as soon as the fight started, bro came out and hit him with 3 fucking hard kicks to the kneecap, and Morono spun around and started limping. I was like, that's funny
Yeah.
as fuck, dude. This is shit
Yeah.
John Jones would do for sure.
Yeah, he went there and tagged that leg. Oh, son, boy, I
Yeah,
was feeling bad
he
for
was
him. It
tearing
was
that
almost
leg up, dude.
it was almost like it wasn't it wasn't as bad as the Ian Gary Neil Magny fight, but I mean he
Yeah,
was going after that leg.
yeah.
It
It
really
was
was.
it was it was looking like Cowboy Fernandez versus fucking Harry Hardwick a couple weeks
It was
ago. So it was bad, dude. Yeah, Dustin Jacoby and Julius Walker. Julius Walker I thought was doing all right, trying to get him down and stuff or whatever, and then Dustin Jacoby just said, "Fuck this, dude. I'm gonna throw a bomb and he's gonna get hit and it's gonna hurt and this is gonna be over." And Dustin Jacoby, man, he looked like older with that lineup he had, but then he came in and he looked like he was fighting just as normal as ever, man. I mean, I think he definitely, like you said, deserves a top 10 fight after this. Just getting somebody in rank contention, man. I mean, he went the decision with Mirzakhanov. Rakic didn't do that. He got knocked out in the first round. Give him somebody like fucking Rakic, dude. Give him somebody like Jamal Hill, dude. I mean, hell, that'd be a banger.
that's the fight to make. Dustin Jacoby is coming off 3 knockout wins in a row. He deserves a top guy. I think
Mm-hmm.
Raychick is a great fight for him. I think that's a huge step up in competition because Raychick
Mm-hmm.
is he's no slouch. Like that guy is still a killer. Um, Jamal Hill, I think probably would be the easier fight
Mm-hmm.
for him. I know you love Jamal, but that guy's
Hey, I love him,
you
but I'm not gonna sit here and act like he's the best fucking dude in the division. All right,
yeah.
he has lost 95% of what's made him great, and that was the attitude, the discipline, and the head movement. I mean, the dude just sits in there and he's just head on. He fights like he's from Grand Rapids, dude. He does not move his head anymore. I mean, I get it that the Achilles injury, but he tore that shit playing basketball. That's your own stupid ass fault, bro. You don't play basketball no more when you're a fucking MMA fighter, dude. Your muscles are always strained as it is, fighting all the time, training. Stop trying to dunk. Fuck that, bro. Dunk somebody's head into the canvas. Fuck that, man.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
yeah.
you can beat Jamal Hill in fight week before the fight even really starts. You get
That's
that guy
exactly what
emotionally
happened too.
flustered. Um, I mean, there's your first win right there. You get that guy all flustered, all heated up, and he's got stuff to work on. Uh,
Look at
Getting a little
what
older. I think he needs
happened
to work
in
on
the
it right now.
Roundtree. The Roundtree fight, man. Everybody asked Khalil, it's like, do you think you're gonna have blood on your face when the fight is over? He's like, no. And Jamal Hill heard that. He's like, motherfucker, what do you mean no? He's like, I'm gonna fuck you up, dude. I'm gonna fuck you up. And then for 5 rounds, Jamal Hill got beat up, and then at the very end, like, was very hesitant, and then had the nerve after the fight ended to walk up to Khalil and be like, why didn't you engage more? Motherfucker, what? What the fuck do you mean? Why didn't you engage more? You're the one that's backing up like this. And then every time you came in, you got dropped. I mean, that was not Khalil had a perfect fight against that motherfucker, dude.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Khalil. I mean, he knows that Jamal still has power. I think he
Mm-hmm.
fought that fight well. Khalil Roundtree, man, I love me some Khalil
I do
Roundtree.
too. I got a buddy who hates him.
I mean, that's a guaranteed banger when you're going
Mm-hmm.
into a fight. That fight with him and Yuri, another example why I love Khalil is just
Dude, that was such a good fight, bro. Two
he's
rounds
just
up,
a
just
gangster.
stayed in the pocket. The Pereira fight, bro. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Khalil was winning that fight up until the fucking third round. He was winning that fight very, very well, man. I mean, he dropped Pereira. I know they said Pereira was sick. It seemed like he was just battering Pereira's legs. I mean, he had the pace going, and then just that fucking pace Pereira sets, dude. No matter if he's sick or not, he fucking calls on the ancestors in between rounds on the stool, and they just fucking refuel his shit like a video game boss, dude. I mean, it was
Khalil Khalil
Wild.
Roundtree is one of those fighters that the way that he fights and his style, it's like you're protected in a loss. You go into a
Hmm.
fight like that with Yuri or a fight like that with Alex, you perform the way that you do. Rather, I mean, if even if you lose, your stock still goes up. You know, you still gain more fans. That's what
Facts.
that. I mean, he's a warrior, and he goes in there
Facts.
and he bangs it out with anybody,
Same
and
with
that's why I
Yuri,
love Khalil
man.
Roundtree.
Yeah, same with Yuri, dude. He goes in there
Yeah.
like I think he lost a round or two to Jamal, and then he just was like, yeah, I'm gonna beat this motherfucker to death in this last round. He's not gonna be able to fuck with me at all, you know. And so I love guys like that. And that's the really I feel like you only got a couple guys like that in the light heavyweight division that are willing to fight like that. So it makes me thankful for guys like Khalil and Yuri and everybody else. Because I mean Pereira will too, obviously, but you know Pereira's fucking just gonna finish everybody some way somehow, unless their name's Israel Adesanya apparently.
Moving into the new star of the flyweight division, we have Horiguchi, another very impressive performance. Reminder that this guy has fought twice since 2016, came back last year after an almost 10-year layoff, and he looks fresh and phenomenal, son. I mean, that
Yeah.
guy is a problem in the
Well,
flyweight
he's
division.
been fighting over in Ryzen or whatever that whole entire time too. I can't remember which one it is. He's either in Ryzen or one championship or something. But the dude, I mean, you could tell that whoever's training in fucking Pantola's gym is cut from a different cloth, man. Because that dude's pace. I mean, Amir Albazi is usually like a dominant force. Even in his losses, he seems like a dominant force. He couldn't do shit to Horiguchi, man. I mean, if Moreno wasn't booked with Loner Kavanaugh already, I would definitely have thrown Horiguchi in that spot, man, for UFC Mexico. I mean, that is a
100%.
pace that is going to be insane. And, you know, Albazi had some success against Moreno. I know he lost. I just don't think that Moreno's going to be able to get a hold of Horiguchi either, man. I'm a huge Brandon Moreno guy. I think his time's just coming to an end, man. I don't think he's going to be in title contention too much longer. I think he's just going to be like a top 6 or 7 gatekeeper. I mean, hell, Manel Kopp would have been a guy to throw in there against Moreno on fucking UFC Mexico because now he's just going to absolutely dog walk Lonnie Kavanaugh. But
Yeah.
yeah,
That's a
Horiguchi, man, fire.
Yeah, I'm excited to see who he fights next.
Yeah.
And you know, speaking of flyweight division right now, Van has contract signed. Who is the leading rumor for who he will be facing?
The rumor I've heard, now I don't remember who. I can pull it up on X real quick because just it's like one of the most last
I do
notifications they sent to our page.
I
It
do know that
was.
it is not Manel Kopp. He confirmed.
It says at real Kevin K with 22,000 followers that it's crazy Kev. He said that Joshua Van Tatsura Taira is the one that's been signed. Said it's signed for UFC 327, and this was fun fact. It's the first UFC title fight featuring 2 fighters, both born in the year 2000.
And you're leaning Tyra for that fight, are you not?
I'm definitely leaning Bruce Lee, Rock Lee, fucking Tatsuro Taira, bro. I am for sure. I love Josh Van, but this is MMA. I think Pantoja would have beat Van. I think Tyra might have beat Pantoja. I'm not saying that it's a certain, but I didn't think dude stood a chance against Brandon Moreno. I thought Brandon Moreno was gonna crafty vet his way to a fucking knockout, and he made Brandon Moreno look like mush dog food, man. I mean, it was fucking horrible, dude.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I think Uh, I love Josh Fan. Josh Fan's got a lot of star power. I don't know why people are hating on Josh Fan
It's not his fault what
as of
happened, you
late.
know.
I think it's silly. You know, the UFC fan base, they will flip on you for anything. Does not matter if you've been the greatest fighter, greatest fan favorite for like in 5, 10 years. I mean, you do one silly thing or you act overconfident in a moment where you thought you may have won a fight or something like that, or blah blah, and it's just
Mm-hmm.
they
They
flip
immediately
on you
turn
like
on you.
that. It's crazy. At least
Yeah,
on social media, where where the leeches and the gremlins lurk. But um, I mean, I like Josh Fan. I think
I do
so. I
too.
don't know
I
if
don't.
Josh Fan
Yeah.
has that much longevity due to what he is so successful at. There's going to be Pantoja. I mean, that guy is a grappler from hell, along with his striking. So we'll see what happens
You
whenever they
got
match up
Tyra.
again.
I'll be real with you, man. Manel Cop, I'm not a big Manel Cop guy. He seems to have had the power, and I'm telling you, they gotta get Muhammad Mokaev back into fucking UFC. That is gonna become a Fedor story if they don't get this motherfucker back in the UFC, dude. I mean,
He's
Mokaev
killing
is
it everywhere
clearly
else.
he's the best. I don't care what anybody says. He is the best fucking flyweight on the planet, maybe besides Pantoja or Tyra. Okay, and Mokaev made such easy work of Cop, dude. I know it was a different Cop. I know it was pre-Titty Boy Cop, but it just I don't think that. I mean, Cop could knock out Van for sure. I just feel like Van's so fucking crafty, whereas Brandon Royval is so willing to lean on the cage and just try and shift you where you can get caught. Or Van's not gonna do that. Van's gonna push off, press with you, hit you with a fucking hook, try and get the pace back off of him. I don't know, man. Cop he's bitching and moaning, not getting the title shot. And I get it, coming off a knockout of a former title contender, but Van fucking beat the shit out that dude for fucking, what was it, 5 rounds? Was it 5 fucking rounds or 3 or something? I don't know. But had 81 strikes against this motherfucker in the 3rd round. I mean, they both got a case, but Tyra, in my opinion, I think definitely deserves it. And if that is the one signed, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna be upset because I like both guys. I'll be upset if it was Cop. He could be fucking bullshit and be like, "Oh, it wasn't me." And then Dana announced it, and be like, "Ha ha, I got you guys, Titty Boy champ 2K26."
We will see, man. We will see. And then we had the headliner of the night, Mario Bautista,
That was a great fight, dude.
destroyed
Yeah.
Oliveira.
Bautista came out and he has just fucking rocketed in terms of his performances, man. I mean, I don't know if Patchy Mix just pissed him the fuck off or what, but he came out, beat the shit out of fucking Patchy Mix. Came out, gave Umar, I think, one of the toughest fights he's had to date in a 3-rounder, besides Marab in a 5-rounder. And then he fucking just made. I kind of felt like Vinicius getting this fight at his first fight at 135 was a little overrated, but Vinicius is a big dude too. And he made Vinicius look like he wasn't shit, bro. I mean, he made him look awful.
Yeah.
All
Vin-
Bautista.
Vinicius, he had a hard weight cut. He was
Mm-hmm.
injured. We know that now. But I mean, he
What
was
was he
injured
injured in?
weeks.
What
He
was
was
he
injured.
injured in?
I believe he had. I believe it was something with his arm. I believe, or maybe a broken hand. I'm not entirely sure. But it was weeks before the fight. And that guy if he wants to continue fighting, he needs to move up to featherweight because
Yeah,
bantamweight's
he'd
not
be a
going to
force
serve
at
him anymore.
featherweight, dude. Yeah, he'd be a force at featherweight because the only don't. I mean, no, you're gonna have me for this. The only dude he's beating at fucking bantamweight is Cody Garbrandt, dude.
Cody Garbrandt sleeps that guy.
Nah, maybe. I don't know, man. I'm not saying Vinicius wasn't injured, but I think it's always very convenient to come out after you get dominated, be like, I was injured. Sorry. It's like, yeah, then don't take the fight. If
Yeah.
you're gonna fight injured and win, and then it's like a fucking built-in excuse or a built-in crutch to help you out either time. I just hate when people do that shit. Like, hey man, you lost. You lost pretty handily. I don't know that the arm would have changed anything, man. I mean, that little sequence to end the fight was fucking awesome. Had him in a crucifix, elbowing the shit out of him in a crucifix. He slips out, puts him back in the crucifix, elbows him some more. Then he gets him up against the cage, just fucking completely does a fucking spin around, look like a tornado, lands in the fucking rear naked choke or whatever the fuck it was. Tap out, bitch, right now. Tap the fuck
Yeah.
out. Crazy ass finish to that fight. Bautista's best performance yet.
Mario Bautista, he's flipped a switch since that Aldo fight, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
He got the feedback from that and has just worked on evolving. He is the hardest working, most technical bantamweight. I mean, in the division, maybe at the moment. I mean, I know that there's Umar. You got Marab, you got
Yeah.
Jan, but like this guy is. You can tell, like he no bullshit outside of the octagon, no
Yeah.
bullshit, no drama. Like this guy is a hard worker and he's super technical and he's like water in there, man. I mean, the ceiling is so high for Mario Bautista. I'm very excited to see what he gets next.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the hardest working guys. Marab I think's kind of slacked off a little bit. Fucking diving headfirst in the ice and having bitches grab his wiener in Costa Rica and shit when he's trying to show him how to break out of chokes and shit. So, and I'm a Marab guy. I love Marab, dude. But Corey Sandhagen's kind of moved on to his whole OnlyFans shit. I really think they should give him that Corey Sandhagen fight back, man. I mean, he fought Sandhagen in his debut and lost, from what I understand. From what I understand, it was a little bit short notice, wasn't terrible, but I mean, I'm not saying he beats Sandhagen, but man, I think he gives him a lot tougher fight this time. I think both guys have just gotten so much better in terms of well rounding themselves out. Like Corey's game on the ground now, where he can pop your knee out, fucking crazy, dude. I love that. Every bit of that was nasty against Figgy, man. I did not expect that. I expected him to knock Figgy out. I thought if anything, Figgy would beat him on the ground. Instead, he beats Figgy. You know. And Bautista versus Figgy might be a good retirement fight for Figgy, but I think Bautista kills him, to be honest
Yeah,
with you.
I think so as well.
It they could fuck around and try to throw Peyton Talbot at Mario Bautista. I feel like I'm throwing Talbot everywhere every time we have a fucking episode recorded, but he's in the rankings now, so there's that. And that would be a huge fight in my opinion. But I definitely think Bautista's
Yeah.
earned his pick of the litter next time out. I think they definitely should give him somebody up in the elite again. Aldo's done. No reason to be mad at him anymore. There really wasn't ever any. I never understand why people get mad over the judges fucking up. Like, why is it the fighters? Obviously the fighter did something right for them dumbasses to feel that he won a fight that other people think he didn't win. So I never understood that. But
No, it's just a lot of control time.
yeah, that's all it
People are not
is.
a fan of that. They want to see their legend, like their goat, perform, be able to perform in the way that he wants to
I
perform,
totally understand, but fuck.
and just didn't
With
let it
that being
happen.
said, they should be more pissed about the Iman Zahabi fight than fucking. I think that's what let everybody forget about Mario Bautista is that Iman Zahabi fight against Aldo was way, way more of a fucking robbery for real. I kind of thought Zahabi might have had it won, but not no motherfucking 30-27 on one of the scorecards. I mean, Aldo punt kicked that dude and he rolled back, fucking looked like he was done. So it looked like he beat up Ariel Hawani in there. It's the funniest shit. He looked so much like Ariel Hawani, dude. But yeah, no, it was I'm hyped to see what Bautista does. I really am. There was
Too
one
much.
other fight on there too who was it? Obviously we talked about Almeida getting cut. Ola Jacek looks like he's fading, or is it Barry getting back to being better? I don't know. And then I thought John Matsumoto got robbed. To be real with you, I think they just wanted to keep Basharat his O. I really thought Matsumoto fucking got robbed that night. I thought towards the second, from
Uh,
the
That was
three and a
close.
half minute. It was very close. It wasn't a bad robbery by any means, but I had Matsumoto winning. And if Matsumoto did win, I would have went motherfucking 12-1 on that card, dude. I went 11-2 with Matsumoto losing, so I'm definitely biased. But I thought from that 2.5 minute mark in the second round all the way to the end of the fight, I thought Matsumoto was taking the pressure off of just really kicking his ass. And so who knows? I'm not a judge. I was not paying the most attention to the first round, so they could have, maybe even the second round. I really didn't tune in that much because I was driving. I was trying to watch, but trying not to die as well. But with all the shit that I did watch, thought Matsumoto did pretty damn good. But he'll be back, and so will Boshrot. So fuck it, it is what it is. But banger card.
Yeah. To speak on Ola Jacek, um, in my opinion, and then I want to hear what you have to say. Ola Jacek is, still an elite fighter. He's went to the Fighting Nerds camp. He's got
Yep.
new things to work on in his career. I do think that he's progressing, but almost at the same time, I just now watching him fight, these past couple ones, he still looks like an elite fighter. He's no slouch. In my opinion, he does seem to be fading from what he once was. Maybe he can't carry that ultra aggression into the third. Even though he did turn it up on them in the second and third round, it's not what it once was for me. So I'm interested to see as he goes into ranked fights who they're going to give him and how he performs. I'm definitely going to be tuning in to Ola Jacek's next fight to see what's really going on. Are we at that tilting point in your career where you're still elite, but you're just can't make it over the hump anymore, or do
Yeah.
you push through and are you going to be able to fight top 10, top
Right.
5 competition? We will see.
Yeah, when he's up against the top 10, top 15, it seems like he struggles a little bit more. Barry Ute's definitely not at that level, and he really, I mean, Well, Jacek won, but man, it seemed like there was just any minute where Barry could have landed something big and changed the fight. And I know he did hurt him in the second or third round a little bit, and it seemed like Jacek was just kind of fighting off instinct. So, but I like the guy. I hope he does better. I will say that. But yeah, he definitely, there's some questions to be answered at his next fight for sure.
Um,
But
before we get into MMA news, I would like to introduce to the viewer our newest mascot for the podcast. Meet Poirier, the goose. Poirier, the goose, son. We're going to be changing his outfits. Y'all let us know what y'all want to see, what y'all want us to dress Poirier up as
Eagles
Poirier
jersey. Oh, who said
as
that,
next
dude?
week. He'll never do that. Maybe a little, maybe a Cody Garbrandt fight kit. I can see
Oh
in his
God.
future. But yeah, that's Poirier.
I'll mail you an Eagles kid size jersey, Jalen Hurts, to throw on that bitch when it comes week 1. He said, I'm
We'll
gonna
see him.
text you, be like, bro, I never got your package. I don't know what happened, man. But yeah, no, fuck yeah, we definitely needed a mascot. Um, but yeah, man, let's talk about some of the news that's going on. So first and foremost, motherfuckers is saying Tom Aspinall is getting stripped for the belt for this fucking Cyril Gane and Pereira fight that's supposed to be happening. Do you believe anything about that? You see anything credible to that whatsoever?
There's a lot of talk. Alex Pereira, the 1, 2, 3 go post that he made on Instagram. You've got some of the media pages on Twitter saying that it's Gone versus Pereira. Nothing concrete yet, but I'm assuming with all the subliminals that he is going to be moving up. Being realistic about the Tom Aspinall situation, his eyes are they're not good right now. They're saying that the guy can't even really play with his kids at the moment,
Yeah,
and
yeah, man.
with how much he didn't like his situation of defending the interim title, having to be the interim champion, I think that the right thing to do for Tom Aspinall is to, not let somebody else go through what you went through, regardless of your situation.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Aspinall has to be, just serious about his circumstances and let the division move on. So I think that we're leaning towards a Pereira heavyweight title fight.
Yeah, I think the fight is for sure happening. I'm just wondering if they're gonna make Aspinall for sure strip the belt. And also, I know that somebody had said that, how his dad's always talking. Somebody had said that his dad was saying if they strip him for the belt, that he might just go ahead and move over to boxing entirely. So
That would just be such a sad thing. Like, when we were all talking about this, a year ago, wanting the Jones Aspinall fight, like Aspinall was the savior for the heavyweight division.
Jones has
Everybody,
ruined that man, dude. I mean, he's
yeah,
ruined everything about the dude.
yeah, that's a sucky situation if Tom Aspinall leaves the UFC. Let's be real. Last he's using up the prime years, his prime years. To and it's just a sucky situation because Tom Aspinall was going to go down as one of the greatest. But if he can't make it through this, and there's so much drama involved with this situation, there's a lot of what ifs, But realistically, Tom Aspinall's the best heavyweight in the world at the moment. I don't think anybody is really debating that unless they want to be dickheads.
Oh, I agree. I think that like my uncle, I love my fucking uncle to death, bro. He's not the biggest MMA fan, but I had posted something on Facebook after the eye poke. I was like, how do you fucktards? And this is just everybody on my fucking shit bitching, man. It wasn't anybody specific. I was like, how do you fucktards blame the guy who got 2 fucking fingers and then his shit? And you blame him for not continuing with a guy who knocked out Derek fucking or no, he didn't knock out, did he knock out Derek Lewis? No, he KO'd Derek Lewis. I mean, this dude has got finishes everywhere. He's KO'd really tough guys. He's outperformed really tough guys, except for Volkov. Still don't know why he got that fucking title fight to begin with. I'll probably just because, Aspinall had already beat Volkov, but I think Volkov gives him a better fight this time around. I was watching the first fight back, and I thought that he did a good job. He just got taken down sub. But how do you blame Aspinall for that shit? And my fucking old head uncle got on there was like, nephew, it's because everybody was saying this motherfucker would beat John Jones and quit after that. I was like, he quit because he could not see, bro. I'm like, We really expecting a dude to walk in there blind into a bulldozer? That's so fucking stupid, man. That's like me asking you to go fucking work with the fucking steamroller, the guy on the steamroller at night, and you can't see it all. You're gonna die. You're gonna leave with an injury, man. And everybody was on Aspinall for that, dude. I was like, what fucking world am I living in? And it shows, there's people who don't like Aspinall that are defending him and shit, bro. So it just shows who's paying attention to the sport and who just wants to see violence,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think there's a lot of disdain with the fan base about Aspinall's whole situation. They're
Mm-hmm.
upset. They're upset with the movement of the heavyweight division. They're upset that their goat made it to the top, and now look at all the stuff that he's had to go through. I'll tell
Yeah.
you one thing: with his eyes being hurt, that man does not need to fight John Jones, because if he fights John Jones, Jones is going to make sure that man's blind for the rest of his life.
Fucking poking the shit out of him,
Yeah,
dude. I mean, John Jones might punch him in the dick, that poke him in the eye. It'd be the most dirty combo ever, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, I don't know,
Tom
man.
Aspinall needs to stay away from John Jones.
I mean, I'd love for him to go in there and finish John Jones because, it'd be fucking awesome. I don't know if he can get it done. We'll see. John Jones is still an imposing guy at heavyweight. Cyril Gahn seemed to be having some success in that first round, but a first round is just a first round. Anything can happen rounds 4 through 5. That's what I'm trying to explain to everybody. You can lose the first round and come out and knock a dude out cold in the second, third, fourth, fifth round. Aspinall's first action since the whole John Jones debacle, which was like fucking 2 or 3 years. I mean, dude had been given blue balls every fucking month until ultimately Dana's like, yeah, my boyfriend retired, man. I'm sorry. I told him he had to fight, and he didn't want to fight, so he retired. So then instead of doing the normal thing, where I guess Tom Aspinall was the interim champ at the time, so I guess it makes sense to just make him the fucking champ. But everybody was all, why do they have another fucking title fight? It's like, because Aspinall just beat Blades for an interim title fight, man. It's like, there's no point, man. It makes sense to give him the belt. Jones has held this division up for 3 fucking years, fighting old heads. I mean, he beat Cyril Gahn handily, but I really feel like, man, that could be one of them fights like the fucking Isaac Dolgarian fight. I really do, bro, because Gahn didn't even try at all, and then comes out and just immediately is throwing the sink at Aspinall. I don't know. Maybe it was a respect thing. Maybe it was an ego nerves thing. I don't know. But I don't know. I honestly would like to see Pereira knock out John Jones, but it probably won't happen. Speaking of heavyweights, too, did you see obviously you saw it because you sent it to me, the motherfucking Walter Walker and Zion Clark fight, dude, before it even happened. Okay, this dude was apparently arrested, bro. Did you get any details on what he did to get arrested? All I have found is that apparently it was an altercation between the two of them that led to Walter getting arrested, but then he got out and they still fucking grappled.
I don't really know what's going on with the legalities of it all, or that that situation at all. I just was aware of their fight. I thought that their fight was promo for something else, but no, they they got in there, and then Walter hit a imaginary heel hook. And then like looked like he was like, wait, where's the leg? Got back up, then wrapped around, choked him out. That ridiculous, and then his brother Johnny Walker was condemning him for fighting a man with no legs.
Did you see Walter's call out after? He's like, Johnny isn't here. I want that motherfucker next. He's like, Johnny isn't here. He's supposed to be at every fight. I want Johnny next. I'm like, dude, y'all are so fucking. Their dad, bro, has got to have made 2 of the most ridiculous fighting specimens ever. Okay, I think their dad is Brazilian. Okay, he made Johnny Walker Brazilian. He might not. I don't even know if their dad is Brazilian, but this is what I'm taking from it. And then he boned a Brazilian chick, made Johnny Walker. Boned a Russian chick, made fucking Walter Walker. I mean, that's 2 of the deadliest fucking fight bloodlines right there. Okay, in the mixed Brazilian with Russian, that's Vanderlei Silva, brother. Like that's crazy, man. Like I've not seen anything like it. And speaking of heavyweight still, so Pereira made a bet with Walter without telling him what the bet was. He's like, we're gonna make a bet for $1,000. And Walter was like, all right. He's like, but you gotta shake on it first before I tell you what it is. And Walter's like, whatever it is, I'll do it. They shake hands. Then Pereira goes, you gotta heel hook this guy tonight, or you owe me $1,000. And Walter goes, oh man, I guess I gotta give you $1,000. But in this exchange, I think that's why he did the imaginary heel hook or whatever to fuck with Pereira. But so in that instance, dude, Walter made Alex look terribly small, dude. I mean, you gotta go and watch the clip, dude. I mean, I did not think Walter was that much more physically imposing over Alex Pereira. He made Pereira look like a middleweight, which I get he used to fight at, but dude, it really made me, sizes and everything, but it really made me question Alex Pereira moving up to heavyweight long term. Like, if he moves up and wins the belt, I think it'd be in his best interest to vacate it immediately and go back down to light heavyweight. I mean,
both the Walker brothers, they're huge, dude.
he would murder
They're
Johnny Walker. He'd murder Johnny Walker with
yeah,
ease.
yeah.
But Walter might really heel hook that some bitch, dude. I mean,
I mean, those guys, they're just like, I don't even, really what to say. I mean, they're both off the wall. You never know what's going to happen.
yeah,
I mean, there's a 75% chance that Walter Walker is going to win by heel hook. Is he going on
yeah.
four wins in a row now?
I
Is
think it
all heel
is.
hooks?
I think it is for.
That's insane to do against 4 different professional fighters. The
All of them
same
are pretty
submission.
tough too.
Yeah.
Well, I know one of them was Junior Tafa or Justin Tafa. And then you got Kennedy and Zechiku, whoever he fought last time out, and then somebody in between them fights. But I mean, dude, that's still pretty tough guys. I mean, Zechiku isn't got the best takedown defense, but Walters, he took that leg on while I was on vacation during Nashville. And I was like, oh shit, man. I was like, that was the craziest heel hook I've seen. So I really like Walter. I'm a huge fan of that fucking guy, bro. I love Walter Walker, man. I think he's a breath of fresh air for the heavyweight division. I like that he talks so much shit. Josh Hogan said he sucks. He absolutely sucks. So I'd love to see them give him fucking Hogan and see what comes out of that. It probably would not end well.
He has a fight sign. Josh has announced that he does have a fight sign. He said that it's a big fight too, so we'll see
So you know what
what
that
happens.
means? You know what that means? That means he's gonna be fighting. Dude, Walter is supposed to be fighting Marcin Tybura. That's what I was gonna say. Walter's supposed to be fighting Marcin Tybura in his next fight. That is a huge step up in competition, man. Because Tybura is the threshold, man. Tybura, I'm a huge fan of Tybura too, so I'm a winner, no matter who wins this fight. But Tybura's getting older, and he's only really been losing by KO to these guys, and he's got great subs. So if Tybura can get in there, I always say he looks like Frazier as an MMA fighter. Frazier gained like 200 pounds and fucking started fighting MMA. So Tybura can really get his back, man, or, hurt him on the feet or whatever, but he's also slow, so Walter could still get a 5th heel hook, bro. I mean, I think that's an exciting fight for real, dude. But I'm curious to see who Hokins is.
That'd be insane if he got 5 in a row of the same submission. I mean, that's Hall of Fame type shit right there.
Well, it definitely is. I don't think there's a streak.
Sense how somebody could do that.
I don't think there's a streak even remotely close to that, to be honest with you, man. I mean, yeah. And in terms of Hokit, I think they might give Hokit fucking somebody like Mick Parkin, or no, Mick Parkin's already booked. They might give him somebody like fucking Derek Lewis, bro, for real, or Shamil Gaziev.
I don't know.
Both of those would be tough tests for him, man.
Yeah. Whoever it is, I mean, we're gonna actually see how good he is. I mean, he can beat the Bones, rank 45, rank 35, stuff like that. But like, what does Josh do to the top 15? We'll see.
That's a huge, huge jump.
Yeah, big jump in competition.
But you were about to say something before I interrupted you. What was you about to say?
No. Just speaking of weird beefs, we got Perry versus Eddie Alvarez.
Yeah, that was the wildest fucking interaction I've seen in a while.
Story goes that Perry was drunk and turned around and had some words with Eddie Alvarez's son. Said that he was kind of trying to hit on his girlfriend a little bit, and then all of the Alvarez camp jumped on Mike. From Mike's perspective, he says that he was not being disrespectful. He was just saying, get your girl or something like that. And then Eddie's son started popping off in the mouth. But yeah, I mean, the Alvarez camp beat the shit out of Mike Perry. Mike Perry didn't look like he had any injuries, though. He
had a lump on his nose.
Mike Perry.
Yeah, he had a lump on his nose, and he had a lump above his eyebrow. But I think it was from getting stomped on. But so from what I heard, okay, so Mike's story, like you said, you're basically spot on. Mike said that he was sitting there. There's a video of them hugging at the event before all this went down, which is the funniest part. They're literally like, Eddie's like, hey, what's up, bro? And Mike's like, oh, I love you, dog. What's up, man? And Mike comes out right at, and he goes, dude, I was fucked up. He's like, I'm always lit. I'm always lit at these events because this is my promotion. He's like, but I wasn't trying to do anything to Eddie. He's like, what had happened was I'm sitting there by myself solo with my manager, and I'm not defending Mike Perry at all. I'm just saying what he said. And he was like, I'm sitting there and I got that fucking hat on, that little Stoyovsky fucking hat on. And he said somebody knocked his hat off. So he turned back and he said he thought it was the girl that actually knocked his hat off. So he was like, hey, ma'am, this is what he claims he said. I don't know if it's true or not, but he claims he said, hey, lady, will you, just not do that again, please? And then apparently that's what he said. Eddie's boy said something to him like, hey, don't talk to my girl. And then Mike Perry had looked at him and was like, look, bro, part of being a man is understand men are going to talk to your women. Like, you're going to have to get over that now. And so I guess he was trying to little boy and son him and teach him a lesson or whatever, is what Perry claims. And then Eddie Alvarez made it out like Mike Perry was physically trying to hit on the girl and get with her, and that she was underage and shit, to which Mike Perry counteracted and said, that's fine, you can say that because now legal action has to be taken because what was in that
Yeah,
girl's cup? He's like, how
yeah, I
old
saw
was
that.
that girl to be drinking fucking alcohol? He's like, she didn't look to be that old to be drinking alcohol. And so that wasn't Eddie's camp. That was two of Eddie's
Children.
camp and the rest of Eddie's children, bro, and
Yeah,
his wife. His wife
yeah,
fucking hit this man too.
yeah,
Like, that is the most funniest shit. Eddie came out and he was like, yeah, he's like, I tell my boys all the time, if one comes home and they come home and one's fucked up and the other ain't, the other one's in big trouble. He's about to get fucked up. They all fight as a pack. I don't care who sees it as bitch mentality. He's like, I didn't even really hit Mike. He's like, I just pushed Mike down after my son hit him to try and get everything done. And then the entirety of our whole group just started kicking Mike's ass. And
yeah.
it
I
was
mean,
wild, dude.
I don't really have any problem with it. You know, with Mike's kids. I mean that's right. You got to think about who that man is. You're not. This
Mm,
is not some guy, some random dude that you're jumping. This is Mike Perry.
yep.
So I mean,
The king of violence.
yeah,
The
yeah,
king of
yeah,
violence,
yeah.
man.
If you self-proclaimed king of violence start shit talking you and y'all get into a fight, you're gonna hope your brother jump in
Yeah.
with you because
And
that's
Mike
no
Perry
average
is
man.
not like he's not the guy that you immediately think is innocent either. Like he got cut from the UFC because he's saying the N word too much. Not with the hard R, but either way, he should probably quit saying it. And he's just being a character the entire time. But yeah. So, it's Perry versus Eddie Alvarez. Eddie Alvarez reputation stands a little bit more, taller
Yeah.
in terms of being truthful than Perry. So, but
Well, I mean, Mike Perry's never been knocked out by Conor McGregor. So.
oh no, I wasn't talking about MMA resume. I was talking about like in terms of telling the
Yeah.
truth. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Mike
Yeah.
Perry may be in the future at some point, dude. Connor's itching for a
uh,
fucking crack at BKFC, dude. But I don't think Connor wants to fight bare knuckle. I really don't.
no, man. I don't think so either.
It would not surprise me if Connor and Mike Perry happened at the White House. They gave both of them a one fight contract, threw them on the White House card, said, fuck it, go tear each other up. That would be the funniest shit ever. And that would be
That'd be
literally
sick.
a fucking violent fight, dude. I don't think McGregor would try to be technical at all. I think he would try and just knock him out. I think Perry isn't technical anyways. He's just bare knuckle benefits him because he's just such a powerful guy and his chin is there. But I don't know about MMA, bro. Connor might actually pull it out. But speaking of Connor, we are rumored to have Connor versus Nate 3 on the White House, dude. And I think that is one of the best fights that could be made for both guys because Nate did say when he retired that he's not done with UFC. He just wants to test some shit out. Connor's been begging for a fight for fucking God knows how long, even though he can't make weight and he can't, pass a drug test. But I think we're looking at a good ass fucking card if that's on there. They might even make that a headliner fight, dude, for real. Like I know they said they want all title fights to be booked on there, dude, but I would not be surprised if they give Conor McGregor the main event against Nate Diaz, dude. I really would not.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a great draw. I think Connor wins that fight easy because
Me too.
Connor's still training. But then again, you say that about Nate Diaz, and then Nate Diaz obviously turns into a zombie, and you're like,
Yeah,
how does this guy do it? How does this
yeah.
guy do it?
Gave
Um, you
Leon
know,
one of the hardest fights ever. I mean, he dog walked Tony Ferguson before we all thought Tony Ferguson was done, so it's up in the air, man.
yeah, yeah. I mean that's a fight that I would love to see. A lot of people would hate on that because they're weird losers. But I mean, can you imagine, man? Nate Diaz versus Conor McGregor 3. And not even if it's at the White House, just like if that fight
At
ever
all.
happens, that's
Yeah.
that's
That's gonna
golly,
be
what a
yeah. That's
banger.
gonna
What a
that's gonna
banger.
bring the old heads out. It's gonna bring the new fans that are casuals out. It's gonna bring the returning fans that have been wanting some real like nostalgia fights out. Like it's gonna be like Robbie Lawler, Nick Diaz fighting 20 years after their first fight. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's I'm here for it, for real. I'm here for it, man. I really am. My thing is that really gets me with Nick Diaz, and I will never forget Khamzat Chimaev for this, dude. That motherfucker was supposed to fight Nate Diaz, dude, and missed weight so badly so that he did not have to fight Nate Diaz. I don't care fuck what anybody says, man. He did not want to smoke with Nate Diaz, bro. Nate Diaz was giving him so much pushback in the weigh-ins, in the fucking call-outs. I mean, everything. And Nate Diaz is not good at talking shit. Just like, yeah, fuck you, dude. Like, look like he's got no teeth and shit. And I love Nate Diaz. Don't hurt me, Nate. I'm saying it because that's how tough you are. But I mean, I really think he could have fucking pulled off the impossible and sub Chimaev there, dude. I really do. I mean, like you said, the dude turns
Yeah.
into a
Never know.
zombie. He turns into a zombie, and just completely. I mean, dude, he wasn't even giving Tony a fight. He was sitting there, fuck this, dude, and then he turned around and then fucking punch him and take him down. Like, what is happening here, man? Like, he's really mad that he's not fighting Chimaev anymore. Like, he's pissed.
Yeah.
So who
Yeah.
knows?
I would.
Who knows?
I don't know what's up with that with the White House card. You know, I mean, when you look at the landscape of what's ahead, you don't see, besides maybe a van fight that we're waiting. Is that confirmed, or are we still waiting on confirmation?
So I have not. So Big Kev is the one that says confirmed. Let me type it in on the search bar here just to double check, see if we can find anybody else with Joshua Van
We could
versus.
be looking at a stretch of non-title fights, non-title fight main events, leading into the White House card. Because I mean, usually we have word of these title defenses, but when you look at what's ahead, I mean, there's not much there besides the BMF belt. I do think that they want the BMF title
Yeah,
available for the White House. So this is, you got enough time turnaround for whoever wins that fight between Max and Charles for the BMF on the White House line too. So it's the
yeah,
White House card is going to be interesting. I do know that Dana, they were in the war room this weekend. And we're probably going to hear some news soon.
yeah. I try to look it up. The only thing I've seen, and like I said, I don't know who these dudes are. I mean, one of them is this guy that I follow on TikTok. He's got like 35,000 followers. That doesn't mean it's legit. It says Miami to witness history. This is from Total Pro Sports. This was 30 minutes ago. So no, what? UFC 302. What motherfucker? That's already happened. It says Miami to witness it. I guess they were already booked beforehand, bro, at UFC 302. That's what that was. But this right here was posted 30 minutes ago. Joshua Van is reportedly set for his first title defense against Tyra at UFC 327, promising an explosive flyweight clash between the two rising stars. They got to restore a historic fight reportedly locked in for Miami on April 11th. Joshua Van defends his flyweight title and first ever men's Asian title fight in UFC history. So not only
I
that,
can see that.
Both guys are young, coming off massive wins that put them exactly where they are, and they're both born in the year 2000. So this was also Octagon Pulse confirmed that it is officially signed, and it will be the first ever men's Asian title fight in UFC history. So that's kind of cool. I like to see it, man. Even though I think Joshua Van definitely carries more Houston in him than anything, but it's
We
that's
shall see.
interesting. That's interesting, man. I think it's gonna be. I mean, not saying Van can't win because Royval beat Tyra, but I don't think that Tyra exists anymore. I think that Tyra went to a hyperbolic time chamber, trained for 2 days, and came out, and the motherfucker is insane, dude. I mean, he just. I know it's a long grip between Moreno and Van now, which it really shouldn't be. At least I don't know. I feel like Moreno could give Van a good fight. He might not win, but I got Tyra, bro. I really do. I think we're gonna see Tyra have a long championship run unless they give Makama Mukayev a fucking shot at the UFC again, or Pantoja comes back and just completes the story like a fucking WWE promo. So
I mean, I don't think Pantoja's far off from completing PC and everything from his injury. So I mean, I
mm-hmm.
think we're 100% going to see him before the end of the year. I know
I'm
who does
hyped.
have
I'm so hyped.
an official fight signed is Ian Gary has come out and he has a
Oh
fight
yeah.
signed.
Did anybody say who it was?
No,
It's not Islam.
I
I'm telling you right now, it's JDM, bro. It's got to be JDM.
it very well may be, but I mean, when you think about it, it's either Islam, JDM, or Michael Morales. And
Dude,
let's
he's
just
going
break.
to get beat to death by Michael Morales. I'm telling you right now, dude. I mean, I heard
Let's
rumors of JDM and Michael Morales fighting too.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, if we break it down, my opinion, Ian Gary versus Michael Morales. I believe that's a competitive fight. Um, my thing is, here's how Ian Gary wins that fight. If he stays away from the power of Michael Morales for, and let's say 3 rounds, does Michael Morales have it in him to go to that fourth and fifth? We already know Ian Gary does, and we know Ian Gary can manage distance well, very technical striker, very sound fighter. I think that if he can get Michael Morales out of that third round, then we see what Michael's all about. He's a bigger, more imposing guy. How does he carry himself going after into those championship rounds?
Yeah.
So that's I mean, I see Ian Gary winning that fight only
Michael
by
hasn't had a main
that.
event, has he?
No, I don't believe so.
I
And
think
then you
no, he
have,
did. It was Burns, but he knocked out Burns in
mm,
the first round. He did. It
yeah,
was him
yeah,
versus Burns.
he beat the dog shit out of him. Then we go on to JDM. Um, Good fight. I think it would be a point fighting match. I think Ian Gary moves around a lot. I think if there's anybody out of these three people that Ian Gary can touch up, I think it's JDM and stay on the outside, point fighting to death. I can see
Yeah,
that happening. I don't see a
yeah,
finish in that fight. And then you move to Islam. The thing about Islam for me at 170 is I think that he got handed a good opponent for his first fight at 170. I mean, JDM isn't massive for the division, but then you have people like Michael Morales who are. Ian Gary's a super tall guy. Ian Gary apparently has amazing jujitsu. We've seen jujitsu versus Dagestani sambo before. Doesn't typically
yeah,
work out for the
yeah,
jujitsu practitioner. So I think that fight, probably it's kind of just up in the air. I don't think that Ian Gary really has that finishing ability that he tries to say that he has.
yeah.
So
I don't
I
think he
mean,
doesn't either, dude. It just feels like the stepchild begging for attention anytime he says or does anything like outside the octagon, man. Like the minute the fight's over, he's begging and pleading. And then this whole last time out when he beat Bilal, and there were so many fucking eye pokes and nothing was done about. I mean, literally, never seen an eye poke like this before in my life. That pissed me off so fucking bad. And I'm a Bilal guy, so that's the only reason it pissed me off. Did I think Bilal was going to win that fight? No. But I just can't stand dirty fights. But either way, so my whole thing with Ian, all right, the cardio did not really like if Carlos Prates was not an avid cig smoker, Carlos Prates would have knocked him out in that fifth round. And he almost did knock him out. He dropped him and just had nothing left in the tank to try and finish Ian. And I think he still had like a good 45 to a minute left to try and finish Ian and just didn't have anything left. Michael Morales, the Zesty King dude, seems to be doing nothing but dancing, fucking working, and trying to end motherfuckers' lifespan. I mean, and I'm a very biased Michael Morales guy, I will say. But there's also the fact that they might have him fight Prates again, dude. I mean, Prates is a force, dude, and the fact that first fight went the way it did in that fifth round, they might really make him fight Prates again. But I've heard rumors that Prates is either going to get JDM or JDM's going to get Morales. And but then where does that leave Ian? And if he's got a fight signed now, who's it against? Like, are they pulling somebody up? Are they pulling somebody down? It's very, very strange. But what I will say, I think Islam makes pretty easy work of Ian Gary. I really do. I mean, I don't care that he trains at shoot to box with Charles Oliveira and them. I don't care about none of that, man. I think that Islam is going to do what Islam does best. The taller fighters don't seem to matter. Ian Gary's not Dustin Poirier. He's not. I mean, as much as he wants to act like he is, he's not that prolific of a striker. He's a point fighter, leg kicking, keeping his chin tucked. He's not a risk taker. And I think in order to beat guys like Islam, you have to be a risk taker like Volk, like Dustin. I mean, them two guys gave him his best, resistance in a fight to date. And it was two guys that were over 35 years old, at really, nothing left to do. So, you know what I'm saying? Ian can win. I just don't know how he would win, bro. And to be honest with you, what are we thinking about it being Kamaru Usman that they have him fight?
I think that's what the UFC wants. So I don't think that's what the fans want.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think
I meant
Kamara.
Ian fighting Kamaru
Oh,
though, not
Ian versus
Islam. Yeah.
Kamara.
Yeah. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. I think everybody can agree wholeheartedly if Usman is getting a high ranking fight, at least gotta get the fucking title shot because it's gonna be his last fucking hoorah. I really feel like it is. I mean, his knees are so terrible that he's shot, dude. And I love Usman. I'm a big Usman guy, but he says he has to walk on the grass just because the concrete hurts him so much, all kinds of shit. So,
Yeah, yeah.
you know,
If anybody's gonna exploit your leg injuries, it's gonna be Ian Gary.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I mean, I think Ian wins that fight. I mean, I
I
really
mean,
do.
I don't hate that take. I don't think Ian is
Yeah,
Joaquin Buckley, and I
no,
think that if Leon can defend your takedowns for 5 straight rounds in a title defense, definitely, definitely Ian Gary can. So, and I'm a big Usman guy, so I'm not gonna sit here and be unrealistic about it, but I definitely think that that'd be a horrible stylistic matchup for Usman because the knees, he'll get chopped early on the
Mhm.
knees pretty bad. And that's if he can't take him down. If he can't take him down, it's gonna turn into an ugly fight. I think Usman can, but I don't know if he can hold him down without having to face the threat of the submissions and shit. Because as much as I don't worry about him submitting Islam, he probably could submit Usman with some nonsense. But I
yeah.
mean, here's the other guy, dude, that everybody seems to forget about. This is my boy. Where the fuck is Shavkat Rakhmonov, dude? Where is that guy? I mean, I know he's been going through a lot. His wife and his kid got in that car crash. He had that torn MCL fight Ian Gary. When the fuck do we get my boy back in the title picture, bro? I mean, it has been
He
so long.
I think it was just released more information on his injury. He's not gonna be back for another year.
Jesus Christ, man. That is the biggest what if in fucking UFC right now. If that dude doesn't pull out, Bilal doesn't become champ. Or no, I'm sorry, Bilal beat Leon. And then
Hmm.
JDM stepped in for Shavkat Rakhmonov. So if that dude doesn't step down, JDM doesn't become champ. Shavkat probably gets it. And then Shavkat is the one fighting Islam instead.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
is a
yeah.
big difference.
Shavkat would have already been fighting.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Shavkat, we just saw a video of him maybe a couple weeks ago. He's still on crutches. He's looking pretty bad.
God damn, I hate that
But
for that guy. He's got the worst luck, bro. I swear he does.
yeah. But speaking of Shavkat, I'm glad you brought him up. I mean, if we're really thinking about how Islam and Ian Gary, face up against each other, I mean, you kind of look to who's the most similar to Islam in that weight class. Um, I don't want to say that Shavkat, uses wrestling as much as Islam, obviously, but
He
when we're
kind of
talking
does,
about a
though.
very, very, very super technical fighter, I mean, it's Shavkat and Ian Gary, he lost that fight, but I mean, he survived. I mean, I
Yeah,
do believe that Ian
yeah.
Gary's only gotten better since then.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Listen, the only thing that I don't like about Ian Gary is that Ian Gary says that, he's going to go out there and finish people round one, and
And it never happens.
does not happen. He's a
Last finish
super
was
skilled
fucking
guy.
Gabe Green, dog. Last finish was fucking Gabe Green, bro. Like,
Yeah,
we ain't seen a
it's
finish in any ranked competition whatsoever. Morales I think Brady could have beat Ian Gary. Morales just literally fucking just powered him to a knockout. Protez, Protez almost came back and knocked him out down 4 rounds and none, almost 5 rounds and none. Basically won that fifth round off that knockdown, almost a finish. So yeah, I'm definitely with you on that. That pisses me off to no end too, man.
yeah.
The avid shit talking where he's just not able to be humble at all, and all that shit he did to Neil Magny where he's calling him a fucking abusive dad and deadbeat dad and all that shit. I'm like, look, dude, don't your wife get boned by other motherfuckers? Is your son even your son, dude? I mean, like, that's what JDM. I'm not a huge JDM fan, but whenever that title fight was going on, JDM was like, they're like, how you feel about Ian having his son give you M&Ms? And he's like, do we even know that that's actually Ian's son, bro? He's like, are we 100% positive? Do we get a DNA test? He's like, because, I mean, from what I heard, that may not be the case. And I was like, damn,
Yeah.
JDM went for the fucking jugular, dude. I was like, he didn't miss a
Uh,
fucking beat. But, it is what it is. I'm not the biggest Ian Gary guy. He gets on my nerves more than I cheer for him. And yeah, I don't know how true the Shavkat MCL injury was in that fight. It might have happened during the fight, but he says he fought with it going into it. And then he's obviously been out since. So maybe there's a lot more truth to it than we thought, especially still being out another year. That fucking sucks. But I'll be real with you, man. I think that the biggest threat for Islam right now is probably Michael Morales. I don't know why the fuck I keep mixing him and Marlon Moraes' names. Michael Morales, and then maybe if Carlos Prates has learned anything about wrestling, maybe Prates. But I don't see Ian Gary posing a threat. I don't see Usman beating him. As much as I'd like to see Usman get one last hurrah and retire, but Yeah, I that division's kind of up in the air, kind of not. I think Shavkat obviously I think beats Islam, but I think by the time Shavkat gets back, Islam might retire, dude. I really do. That's just
Yeah,
it's been a long, long time, bro. We're talking 2024 was bro's last fight, so
yeah. I think I just don't want to see. I mean, I like Usman, but I don't want to see him fight for the title. I don't think that you get. I don't think you lose three in a row, come back, beat Buckley, and then get your title shot. I just don't. I
yeah.
don't think that. While I think it's a competitive fight,
hmm
I think it may be like one of the best fights. I mean, I just don't think that like that should be the fight.
I
You
think
know?
they're using the Kamzat fight where he had success on the feet against Kamzat, but Kamzat said he broke his hand, and it was pretty proven right after. I think they're using
Yeah.
that as a basis for giving him this title shot, which, I'm not, like I said, I like Usman, but I'd like to be fair as well.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's
Yeah.
deserved at all. I really don't. But I'm all for anything at this point, just as long as I watch Ian Gary suffer a little bit more. I really am. I'd love for them to give him Michael Morales. I don't think he stands a chance against Morales. I really don't. I totally understand a world where everything you said happens. But I think Michael Morales, the minute he steps in that octagon, I mean, the dude has gotten progressively bigger and bigger and bigger since being in the UFC. I mean, you look at his fight against Adam Fugit, and then you look at his fight against Neil Magny, you're like, who the fuck? How the fuck? And then you look at his fight against Gilbert Burns, you're like, Jesus. And then you look at his fight against Sean Brady, you're like, dude, is this guy getting drug tested, man? Because he's massive for this
Yeah.
weight class. And it doesn't always matter. You know, it can mean you're getting gas out more, but I'll be real with you, dude. I'm all for. I will definitely put a lump sum of money on Morales to beat fucking Gary and to beat Islam. He just seems to have that Anderson Silva kind of edge that not a lot of people had, bro. And it's
Yeah.
not to say he is Anderson Silva, but I mean, the dude's dominant is all I'm saying. I'm definitely a fan, so I'm glazing a little bit, but I think he beats Ian Gary very fucking handily. I really do. And now Shavkat enters the picture. Everything goes back to whatever the fuck Shavkat wants to do, whatever he decides to do with that fucking run. But until then, I think it's definitely Michael Morales' best chance of winning that belt. I really do.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and I think honestly, I think he beats Islam.
Me
Um,
too.
I really think he does. Michael Morales is he. I mean, he's it. He's it right now. And I think all we're going to see all these guys fight each other. I mean, because I mean, it has to happen.
We're getting
Everybody,
spoiled for
yeah. The
sure.
welterweight division is just it is locked up right now. I mean, everybody thought Sean Brady was like he. Oh my god, he's the next champ. He's the next champ, and then and he got beat the
I
way that he
didn't.
beat,
I didn't.
and and it's just like now that guy's like he's nowhere near the
Yeah.
title picture. You know,
Yeah.
I mean.
Him and Bilal
Uh,
too is coming for sure. They're gonna make him fight Bilal again for sure.
Yeah. I
And that's the
think
other
listen,
thing. You got Bilal still in the picture too. I mean, Bilal hasn't
yeah,
fallen off by any means. He's had a little stupid fight here and there. And he should have tried to take JDM down early, didn't. But
I think we need
there's
to see the
hella people.
Kamaru Usman versus Bilal fight.
I
I
would
think
love that, dude. I think
yeah,
that would actually feed families. And if he beats Bilal, that gives a dedicated shot at a title shot. You just beat a former champion. You're a former champion. If you beat him handily or you're finishing, I don't know. I'll be real with you. I think Bilal wins that. I really do. Bilal's cardio, he's kind of a cardio bully. And, dude, I mean, he took Leon down with ease. Kamaru could not get Leon down that third fight at all, bro. And if he did, he didn't get him down for like a minute at a time. And it was not a fun watch at all.
mhm,
Bilal made very, I'll forever use this line. It smell like pussy in here. You're the one that brought the vaginas. Fucking love Bilal Muhammad, dude. I don't know why everybody says I'm stupid for liking Bilal Muhammad. I get that his fights aren't the most exciting, but I still think they're dominant. And if you can like Kamzat for that reason, why can't I like Bilal Muhammad for that reason? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
But it is what it is. We're gonna have some bangers, man. I'm so fucking hyped. I wish we could chat a little bit more, but I think I gotta start doing chores. My wife is about to pull up. So fucking is there anything else you wanted to cover before we hop off of here? And we'll definitely be covering Texas very soon later this week. Hell, we could do it tomorrow if you had time, if you got off work, whatever you want to do, but play it by ear. But I think we covered a lot of the news for sure today.
yeah. We'll get into it more at the end of the week. We'll be covering that Texas card. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of fight news, probably some fights announced. And then we will see y'all next weekend.
That's right. Episode 5 in the books. Tap in. We're going to be having an intro and outro probably after the 10th or 11th episode. So you'll be tapping in, man. It's only going to get better from here, man. James, it's a pleasure talking to you, bro. I'll get that Eagles jersey mailed to you for Poirier down there, and I expect to see it on there very soon.
And everybody like and subscribe, man. Y'all comment, let us know what we should talk about, what we should do. We appreciate y'all watching. We would greatly appreciate if you subscribed as well. Thank y'all, man. Y'all have a good
Yes,
day.
sir. Until next time.